I got a shower, I got some supper in me. I'm heading out. We're going to go get the new fertilizer spreader. Man, what kind of tires were on that tractor? That looked interesting. It was a Massey Ferguson something. Is that a snow tire? I guess I don't even know. Does anyone else, when they're just driving the countryside, just look at all the different farming and stuff? Like, look at all the different fields. I passed a tractor on the interstate. Like, that was pretty exciting to me. The average person, maybe not so much, but it got me riled up, that's for sure. Well, guys, we made it. It's about 1 in the morning, but we're here. And here's my plan. Since I wrecked it, there's no funds for a hotel, so we got a bed in the box. I'm in the middle of nowhere underneath the stars. Got some blankets. If it starts raining, I'll roll the tunnel cover over. See you in the morning. You know, it's a crisp 40 degrees outside, but I must say, it's pretty cozy in here. Got the tunnel cover rolled up mostly. I'm gonna go to bed. Morning, we made it through the night. It just kind of started sprinkling this morning. It's a good thing we had a tunnel cover. It actually stayed pretty warm and slept like a baby. Now I just got to get destination over there in town, and yeah, I guess they're ready for me. So we got to get going. Oh, good to wake up to a sprayer in the morning. There's one back there. I'm not sure what he's doing. Spraying on 28% maybe? I don't know. Okay, time to put the bed away. This soil looks very similar to the stuff we have around our farm. Very heavy. Jumbo. Stuff that likes to grow good corn as long as you get an average amount of rain. Oh, there's another tractor over there. I'm glad I picked this field because it's very unactive to park by. Got some good sleep. You know, this worked really well. I will definitely be doing this again in the future. Save some money. Now I can buy 2 spreaders. You guys ever done anything like this? I gotta put my bed away now because it's raining and I'm pretty sure I need my box. Well, guys, here's our new fertilizer spreader. We did the right thing and went with the exact same thing we had before, just new. I know a lot of you guys were commenting, well, I won't be buying one of those, and manufacturer issues. I mean, stuff does have limits. I mean, we were full sending it. That's what you do with a spreader, I guess. All things break, all things are junk. Like, literally all equipment, in my opinion, is junk. If you can't full send completely, it's junk. This spreader is exactly what we were looking for in a price range, in the capability of how much you can hold, in the capability of what it can do. It can variable rate, it can variable rate, which is cool. It has a scale, has a tarp. It can go in between the rows in the in season if we need a spread. This is just what we were looking for, and the price tag on it is right. Like, they are very affordable for a fertilizer spreader. We don't want to spend $150,000 or $500,000 on something we're going to use maybe 5 days out of the year and is super corrosive and hard on stuff. So something cheap and simple is kind of what we're looking for that will do variable rate prescription. And this thing fits the shoes better than any other piece. Now, I'm not too worried about what happened happening again, because on the new ones, our old one was like one of the first ones I believe Lofton started making. So our old one was one of the first ones Lofton started making, and they did have actual issues. It was kind of a not common but common thing. They broke them, so they did end up getting a beefier axle in this, and it is, the new ones are set a little bit lower to the ground, so that should help with so much weight being thrown when you're turning and everything, you know. So there's 2 things that should help it, and maybe I just gotta not full send it all the way. And I honestly think when that hitch broke, when I hit that hole, someone commented this, by the way, when I hit that hole, I went for quite a ride. It was just a shallow dip like this, and it bounced pretty good. When that hitch broke, I wonder if that didn't also crack the axle, and then a little bit later when I was taking that turn, it went the rest of the way. So I'm not too worried this new machine that the same thing happening. I have fairly good confidence that this thing I'll be able to give her full smoke and full send, and it is a true 12-ton spreader. But that being said, all pieces of equipment break, and it's whether or not when the manufacturer, whoever is dealing with you, is able to get you parts, get you service, and get you figured out. And they have been very supportive, answering phone calls, getting us figured out. I have half the parts here for the old spreader, and I believe they're giving them to us for nothing. So I gotta give Lofton, they're standing behind their equipment. I gotta give them a shout out, because they're standing behind their equipment, and it's honestly pretty good stuff, and it's made here in America. I believe this is their factory here in, where the heck am I, Hector, Minnesota. Okay, we're doing one more last double check to make sure everything looks good and not gonna fly off. I better check if my hazards work. They're not really working. That's not cool. It's not some cool potatoes. I don't know. I've got some battery ones we'll smack on there. I gotta get on the road. There we go. We got blinkies. I got a trailer. I'm hitting the road. Like I was saying, you got to go where you get service. And for us, John Deere get pretty good service, and they back up when stuff breaks down because all things break. And like I said before, that's why we went with Lofton, because we got service and they stood behind what it was, because all things break. You know, I just thought of something. I'm not too sure why the guys and Dad had me go pick this thing up. My track record has not been that good this week. So yeah, I'm definitely saying a prayer we make it home with minor casualties or none at all. I'm actually super excited for this new spreader because now we know what to do and what not to do, and we kind of get to start over new again because fertilizer corrode stuff. Like, for example, what I know to do now is areas you really have to focus on washing that I didn't know right away until I learned too late and it started rusting. Also learned that maybe don't give it so much smoke. Just give it full smoke, just not extra full smoke. You know what I mean? Just ease off a little bit. And we also learned that it spreads fertilizer. So yeah. So talking to the guys at the factory, apparently there's some farmers in this area that are already done planting, and they're definitely ahead of us in all aspects, in planting and in soil warmth. Like, the trees here have a little bit of leaves on them. We don't have any leaves back home. Grass is a heck of a lot greener here, so it definitely must be warmer. Definitely a lot different farming practices around here too. I'm seeing drain tile in almost every field. That doesn't exist in our area. It looks like they can grow really, really nice corn out here, not gonna lie. Another thing around here, everybody does tillage. You do not find a field that is no-till, that's for sure. They make sure that soil's black. That's definitely a different sight for me to see. I'm jealous. They're in the field. Well, not quite because it's raining, but they were in the field. They have seeds in the ground. You know, one thing I'm really envious of these farmers out here. I'm looking at all these fields and I have yet to see a single rock. I have no idea what that's like to farm in. I'm about 30 miles in. That leaves me a good time to get out and check everything, make sure everything looks okay. Wiring harness is still up, so that's not dragging and getting wore out. Tires look like tires and aren't getting too hot. The hub in here, still cool to the touch. My fancy blinkies are still blinking. My axle still looks like she's on there, torqued good and solid. These bolts are good and tight, and these bolts all look tight. Everything's still good. We should be good the rest of the trip then, right? Full sends only. Oh, we got a lot of miles shaved off. Coming out to do another little quick check. Make sure my hubs still aren't getting too warm on me, which they feel really good. Still got all my lug nuts. Don't got wire harnesses dragging. We're gonna keep sending it. Well, we finally made it back. That actually went really well. Believe it or not, I was able to pull this thing at like 60, 65. So it only took me 7-ish hours to get back. And it went so good. Like, I think I'm getting my reputation back. All I took out was 3 mailboxes and one old guy sitting on the side of the road. He was on a walk, but it was with 50 points. Mailboxes are only 25 though. Okay, something we're gonna hook up this time is this little fella. Well, I opened up the owner's manual here and figured out where we gotta set our gates, and I think I got it where we want it. We got the John Deere rave controller put back onto this machine from the other one. Now Brandon's just making sure she's talking. Looks like the spinners are spinning. It's spinning, that means good things. So here's why I'm not worried about the new machine breaking the axles. They reinforced this circumference right here, where it goes around. I think that's what you call that. I'm not a math magician. But that is a lot bigger than what our old one is right there. I don't want to crawl up there. And then plus, I believe they lowered the center of gravity on this one. The other one's so much higher. So that should help the axles not breaking either. This machine, I believe, is a true 12-ton fertilizer spreader with a full send from Preston. Now the other one's maybe only 8-ton spreader with a full send from Preston. But if Grandpa's driving it to church, then it's maybe still 12-ton. I'm standing on the fertilizer spreader here. Brandon's checking the scale. According to this, I weigh 470 pounds. I'm one buff dude. Like I was saying, it's nice also having this new one too, because we kind of know do's and don'ts with this. We've done it, we've learned the hard way. And now that we learned the hard way, we can start over with new again. It hopefully lasts a lot longer. Like, don't have Preston spread fertilizer because he just full sends it. So that's a don't. And also in here, make sure you wash very, very well because fertilizer sits in there and starts rusting that out. Didn't know that before. I mean, common sense would have told you, but had to learn the hard way sometimes. While I was gone, it turns out in yesterday's video, if JT didn't put these two videos together, this large excavator that I thought I maybe fried a battery or the computer components by trying to boost it via 12 volt when it's a 24 volt system. Turns out the batteries are just dead and they got it going. So that is a sigh of relief. Sign of relief, English is a really hard language, guys. You know, it's really nice having extra tire on this thing too, for the sole purpose of more tires to go flat. I just love fixing tires, and you guys know our track record of tires around here. But I want to give Lofness another shout out because they did sell that machine to us for cost through the Lofness company themselves and the dealer. And they did give us these axles for nothing. So we will eventually get our old one put back together and run with two of them because it would be nice with the short rush we always have. We're just gonna run the one for this year until we get done. Well, we ended up calling it a day yesterday because it was actively raining and we just decided to wait to spread yet. But we moved the hitch down more to make the whole machine a little bit more level. It was kind of sitting tongue down, so we moved the tongue down more to lift it up. Science behind that is very confusing to me, but that's the way you do it. See what we can destroy today, I guess, right? That's what farming's all about. What can we destroy today? That's how you gotta wake up and look at your morning or your start of the day. What can we destroy today? Because if you're destroying stuff, that means you're working. It means you're getting stuff done. So these are Timpty super hoppers, and there's not a whole lot of clearance right there, or right there, and that looks really normal. So these things are definitely road legal. Don't worry about it. And no, these things are definitely way overloaded, but it got overloaded and parked there, and that's where it sat since it got overloaded, and it ain't moving until it's not overloaded because we needed room and we just had to completely fill our trucks. Okay, time to get some weight off this poor truck. Oh, are we actually farming if we don't got flat tires too, I guess? Okay, well, we're back where we left off. Right here is where the mass destruction happened. Now, matter of making sure this thing works, which we did test fire before loading it again, so it better work, but it's not. So, like this button is on hydraulic 4, but why we no spinning? Oh, we have spinning, but we don't have enough spinning. We need more hydraulic flow. Now we have a lot of hydraulic flow. Okay, we're going again, I guess. I'll tune back in if we have any more mass destruction or anything cool happens. Now dark, we've been spreading all day and it has been very uneventful. Good for me, boring for you guys. I did find that this spreader, I don't know what's wrong, but I'm not able to drive as fast as I would like. 8.5 mile an hour is kind of my max, which is maybe a good thing, but that doesn't help any with getting a lot of acres done. But it's doing a really good job. We do have a lot of rain coming this weekend, so I think as long as Joey doesn't shut me down, I'm gonna run as late as I can until I run out of product, because tomorrow, it's not supposed to rain, but it's supposed to be very windy. And spreading fertilizer with a spinner spreader, fertilizer spreader, it does not work the greatest. You just don't get an even spread. Some say you can do it because the wind compensates every pass, but then some people are like, no, don't spread at all. Obviously, no wind is better conditions, so that's why I'm gonna keep sending it tonight while it's not windy and get as much done as I possibly can.